What if there was a different way to live and work? Beyond the hustle and hype, beyond the never-ending race to get more clients, more money, more audience, a way that's nourishing, grounded, creative, connected, and still makes a major impact in the world. You're listening to Wellpreneur with me, your host, Amanda Cook. Join me as we explore alchemy and action for entrepreneurs who want to do well and be well. Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of the Wellpreneur podcast. I'm your host, Amanda Cook, and this week we're doing a solo show, just you and me, and we're going to be talking about online programs. Now, if you've been in the online world for more than just a couple months, so if you're interested in growing your wellness business online, if you have an established business that you want to take online, if you have another type of business but you want to do online marketing, you've probably gotten pitched to join various online programs. Now, I've taken lots of online programs. I run a couple online programs and they can be amazing. It can be a really good way to get the information that you need with the community and the support and the advice to create the type of business that you want to create. But I've also seen the flip side where people join online courses that they don't need, that aren't delivering the right skills, or that they just never use. They become shelfware, something that you buy and then never look at. And that's when online courses aren't really delivering their value. So in this week's episode, we're going to talk about two different things. First, we're going to talk about the 4 questions you need to ask before you join an online program to figure out if it's the right next step for you. So I'll take you through those 4 questions, and these are the ones that I use for myself and that I advise for my clients to really figure out if this program is the right thing for you. Then the second thing I want to talk about is a really awesome online program that I'm currently promoting this week and over the next couple of weeks. It's called Marie Forleo's B-School. Well, it's called B-School, and it's by Marie Forleo. And this is a program that I took myself back when I was first leaving my corporate job to go full-time with my wellness business. Now, there's only a handful of products and programs that I'm an affiliate for, and B-School is one of them because I think it's excellent. It's excellent. I've taken it myself when I paid to join when I first left my corporate job, and I still take it again because she runs it live every year. And once you get in, you have lifetime access. And every time I go through this program, I learn more and I refine and improve my marketing and see results in my business. It's really good. So there's a couple of reasons that I want to tell you about this. First of all, I really believe in B-School and I'm an affiliate, which means that if you sign up through my link to watch her videos and then join the B-School course, I'm going to get a small commission. And I really appreciate your support of Wellpreneur if you want to do that. But the other reason is because her launches are amazing. This is a multi-million-dollar online business. If you want to learn how to launch and like what the really big established online entrepreneurs do, you want to watch Marie's launch. So you would want to opt in to sign up to watch her launch videos just for that. Not only are you going to learn something that helps your business, but on a marketing side, oh my gosh, she's a total pro. So this is the way it's done. Of course, she's got a team, so she can really produce these things to a high standard, but I find it very inspiring and encouraging to see what can be done with an online business. Then there's the third level, which is actually hearing from the other people that have grown their businesses by going through a program like B-School. Those success stories are so inspiring. And regardless of whether or not you decide to sign up for B-School, they really give you an idea of what's possible and the types of businesses and transformations that you can make by moving your business online. So for all of those reasons, I totally recommend that you sign up to check out Marie's launch and join along and watch these 3 incredible videos and the other materials she's going to be putting out over the next couple of weeks. You can sign up to learn more about that. Again, that's through my affiliate link. That's at wellpreneur.com/BSCHOOL. So that's what to expect from today's episode. So let's get into this 2-part program where we're going to start off by talking about my 4 steps, the 4 questions to ask to decide if an online program is right for you. So back in 2009, when I was first starting my natural beauty blog, Vintage Amanda, I really just started it for fun. I had no idea what I was doing. I just wanted to share what I was learning. And back then I was working in my corporate job and I was really secretive about the fact that I had a blog. I almost felt like I had a split personality. Like I was this one person at work, which was really an act, like a total facade. And then there was the me at nights and on weekends when I was working on my business. Well, it wasn't a business, it was a blog at that point. So I didn't know anybody else that was an entrepreneur. Everybody I knew was working in a corporate job, and I felt like I couldn't tell anybody about what I was doing because, I don't know, it just felt so weird, and I thought people might think it was silly, or they might say it would never work and they wouldn't be supportive, and I just couldn't tell anyone. And so as I got more immersed in this online world, I had this crazy thought that what if this could be more than a blog? What if I could actually turn this idea about sharing natural beauty and herbal remedies, what if I could turn it into a business? And that to me was such a crazy idea. I definitely could not tell anyone that because I didn't even know if that was possible. So I did admit it to my husband, who was just my boyfriend at the time. And thankfully, he was supportive. And I really got bit by this bug to start looking into how are people growing their businesses online? How do you turn a blog into a business? How do you get someone to pay you for something online? So I kind of dove into the rabbit hole of online marketing and I started learning about all these different techniques. And I'm sure you've seen lots of the skeezy marketers. They tend to be really macho and making $10 bazillion and you just have to do this one thing. If you just do webinars, you'll make all this money. Or if you just do social media the right way, or if you just do SEO, or you just do ads, there's all these different ways that you could make all this money. And I got completely overwhelmed because it seemed like there was all this conflicting advice and I didn't really know what the best route forward was for me. For me with my blog and my growing readership, how do I make money? Do I need to do all of these? Do I just need to do some of these? I felt just completely overwhelmed and stuck and just started really trying a whole bunch of things and spending a lot of effort in a ton of different places and not really getting a lot of results. And this is when I started coming across all of these courses that promised amazing results with one person's system or the other. And that's when I started buying courses and I really got sucked into it because you just feel when you want something so badly and you see that somebody else has what it seems like you want, you just think, well, maybe this will be the silver bullet that will fix everything. And what I really hate about that kind of online marketing is there's so much pressure, right? It's if you don't buy this right now, it's going to go away and you can't ever have it again. And you're going to miss out on, it's all this fear of missing out, which is so easy to fall victim to, right? I'm sure you've probably experienced this. So anyway, I've learned over the years, some of those courses were really great. A lot of them didn't live up to the expectations that I had. And a lot of them, unfortunately, the reason maybe they didn't live up to the expectations is because maybe I didn't do them fully, right? Have you ever bought a course or bought an ebook that you just didn't get around to implementing? That has a big impact too in the results that you're getting. So after looking at all of these different courses and my experiences over the years and seeing my friends and clients go through the same experience with online courses, I have these 4 guidelines, these 4 questions that I'd really advise you to ask yourself when you're looking at an online program or a course to decide if it's right for you. So number 1, you need to take an honest look at where you really need help in your business. What skill gaps do you have? What isn't going well in your business? What needs to be improved? And where can you get training around that? One thing I see really commonly with wellpreneurs is that there's this temptation because we love health and wellness and we love learning and we just want to know more and more because we're so interested in the subject matter. There's this real temptation to keep getting more qualifications. So, for example, I'm a certified health coach. So once you're a health coach and you've got that certification, maybe you also want to get an advanced nutrition certification or a certification in detox or in yoga to keep adding to it, or in some sort of other healing therapy or in herbal medicine, just to keep adding and adding and adding all these different things you can provide to your clients. And that is totally fine. I am all up for learning and adding and expanding the ways that you can help people and heal them. But before you buy an online course, you need to take a step back and say, actually, where do you need help in your business? Is your gap that you're not actually able to help your clients because you don't know enough? Or is your gap that you're just not getting clients? because that's a different thing. And getting more qualifications is not going to help you get more clients. And I know for at least a lot of the Wellpreneurs that I see, the challenge is actually sales and marketing. And maybe that's where you need help more than just adding more qualifications on. But if you already have clients, or you find that you're getting clients with a really specific condition or symptom, and you want to help them around that, then maybe you do need special training around that, right? So all the answers are totally valid, but you need to take an honest look at where you really need help in your business. And the second part of that is, just because you need help in one area doesn't mean you need to take a training course in it. So a case in point is technical skills. If your website sucks and it's just not very good, maybe you don't need to take a website development course. Maybe you can just hire somebody to do it for you. It's the same in a lot of sales and marketing, or it's the same in a lot of other technical areas. Maybe you don't need to take a course. You could hire somebody in. You could use a coach or a consultant for a short period of time. You could buy a book about the subject and start to study it up on your own. You could find a friend that has really good skills in that area and do a swap. So an online course is great. It's one solution, but it's not the only solution to helping you fix that need in your business. So you really need to look at what you need to get fixed and the best way to deliver that in your business before you decide to buy. Number 2, the second thing to look at when you're considering an online course is, what are the specific course outcomes? So I don't care about what's in the course, how many modules, or do they have a Facebook group, or do you get handouts, or are they videos or webinars? It doesn't really matter. What are the actual outcomes that you're going to get from the course? So cut through all the hype. What are you going to have at the end of the course? What will you have learned? What can you expect to see in your business? And then look back at your previous answer to the previous question. Does that align with actually what you need? So are you going to get what you need from this course? Then the third thing to look at with an online course is to really take a look at the testimonials. Now, we want to ignore the part that says, oh, I love it, it was amazing, all that really good stuff. We want to see what results the person got. So what results did the people in the testimonials get? And again, are those the results you want based on what your business need is? The other thing I like to look at with testimonials is, what kind of people are they? Are they people like you? Are they in a similar industry or a similar situation? Because that can give you a good idea of who's really going to benefit from the course. And the fourth question to ask yourself before you purchase an online course is, are you actually going to make the time to do this course? Is it a priority for you? Because if it's not a priority, you're not going to make the time for it, right? We all know how that works. If something's important, then it gets done. And if it's not important to you, then there's always excuses on why you don't have to do it, right? So what I recommend is, and I think for this question, it's really easy to say, yes, it's really important for me. Okay, so stop the excitement for a second, take a step back, and really dig into, why is it important for you to change this thing to get this result now? What is that going to change in your life and your business? Right? And really feel, what is that going to feel like to have that result? And based on that, how important is that to you in the scheme of everything else you have going on? Like if you're getting married and buying a house and starting a new job, it's probably not a good time to be doing an online course. And just be honest with yourself that you're probably not going to get the value out of the course because you're not going to have time to do it. So you really want to make sure that if you're going to invest, and that's what a course is, it's an investment in your business. If you're going to make that investment, that you're actually going to have the time and the mental space to get the most out of it. Because it's not just getting a bunch of information. It's actually then making those changes in your daily routine and in your business, right? In your processes, so that you can get the results that you want. So before you decide to buy any online course, I'd like you to ask yourself these 4 questions. First, take an honest look at where you really need help in your business. And what skill gaps do you need to fill, and how do you want to fill those? Do you actually want to do an online course, or is there a different way that you can fill that need by maybe hiring somebody or doing a swap or simply reading a book? Then what are the course outcomes, and do those align with your actual business needs? Then look at the testimonials. What results did the people get, and what are those people like? Are they like you? Are they in a similar type of business or a similar type of life situation? And then number 4, how much of a priority is this to do this course now? And how are you going to be sure that you'll do the time and actually implement what you're learning in the course? Now let's hop into the second part of the podcast where I want to give you my honest review of Marie Forleo's B School. Now, B School, you may have heard of it if you're involved in the online world because it tends to generate quite a buzz this time of year. It's only open once a year, and it's an 8-week live interactive training program for entrepreneurs who want to really build their online presence. And what I like about Marie Forleo is that she's got a big focus on helping, giving back to the community and helping to change the world with your business. And I think from my perspective, that really aligns with what many of us Wellpreneurs are trying to do, because we're not just trying to make money, although we are, so that we can have the lifestyle that we want, but we also want to impact the world to spread our message of health and wellness, right? And so that's what I specifically really like about Marie Forleo. Also, if you've seen her weekly TV show, she's got an online show called Marie TV, which is just for entrepreneurs. And I just really like her style. She's really funny and really into like pop culture references, but also has really solid information that's not for people with big businesses or people with staff. It's like really actionable tips that we can all put into practice immediately. So I love her for that. So just so you know, I took B School when I first left my corporate job. And hand on heart, it is the best online program I've ever taken. And that's just being completely open. And the reason, I'll explain to you why that was. For me, the thing that sealed the deal with B School and the reason that I decided to take it is because it's a complete system. So whereas before I'd been taking all these different online programs and reading all this, different books and guides online, and it's like I knew all the different parts of the system. So I was building an email list. I had a blog. Sometimes I was guest posting, trying to do some coaching and trying to sell some products. But it was like all these little separate pieces. And I always felt like I was missing something. There was that one piece that I was missing that would just pull everything together. And for me, that was B School. B School is a complete system. It's like the complete look at what you need to do to run your business online. And for me, that's what I needed because it pulled everything together and kind of showed me it actually took a lot of the stress away because it was like, okay, this is everything. This is all the pieces you have to do. And these are how they fit together. And if you do this, it will work. And to me, that was so reassuring and took off a lot of the stress because I felt like suddenly I had the complete view of what needed to be done and I just needed to take action. For me, the problem was never getting started and doing stuff. It's that I was doing stuff all over the place, going in 1,000 different directions. And for me, B School really focused me. Okay, so how does B School work? So it's this 8-week live interactive online program. So it's online, there's a member area, and every week when a new module is released, so I think there's 6 modules over the 8 weeks, you get like a week break in between. And every week there's a series of videos that are released that are the actual training videos. Then there's also worksheets that you need to download, print out, and really work through to get the most value from it. There's also an online member area, and I'll talk about that more in a little bit. And there's an amazing online community. So let me kind of go through some pros and cons of B School so that you can get a real sense about what the program is and is it right for you. So like I said, for me, the number one selling point and the reason I decided to sign up is because it's a complete system. Whereas before I'd just been looking at like point training courses like, an email course or a webinar course. This was the whole package. And that's because it's not about tactically like how do you set up something on Facebook or how do you set up your email system. It's about the big picture. It's about online marketing. And the type of marketing that she talks about is timeless. So once you learn this stuff, this theory about how to really get into your ideal customer's head and figure out what they want, how to build a relationship with them, and how to sell them products and services that they want, that's something you'll be able to use for the rest of your life in your business. And I really liked that because it's not just a tactical, like how to do something in this one social media tool now. It's like this core sales and marketing knowledge that you'll be able to use forever. The other thing I really liked about the program is that it's really for heart-centered entrepreneurs and there's a big focus on giving back and working that into your business model. Now, although she's talking about online marketing, B School, I think, really works for online businesses that are purely online. So if you're just selling coaching or ebooks or online courses and online programs, but it also works for product businesses who want to sell online. So like if you're selling supplements or jewelry or selling your art or selling yoga clothes, whatever it is that you're selling. If you want to sell online, then this course will work for you. But again, it's just purely focused around online marketing. Now, one of the things I completely loved about B-School is the community. Now, the community is totally online. So if you're a person that wants to have lots of in-person contact, you need to think about this. But I'll tell you my own personal story. So when I joined B-School, I became part of the online community and I started realizing there's all sorts of subgroups for different types of people. So there's like a health coach subgroup, there's like a wellness entrepreneur subgroup, there's people that sell physical products subgroups. There's also loads of subgroups based on location. So I immediately joined like the London group and the UK group, and as well as like the health coaching group and a couple other groups that fit with what I was interested in. And what I really loved, and a top tip if you decide to join B-School or no matter what online program you're joining, is to try to connect with some people in person or at least over Skype and to have an accountability buddy. So as soon as I joined the London B-Schoolers meetup group, we actually all decided to organize a meetup. Now, this isn't really organized through B-School. It's an independent group, but it was of people that were in B-School with me. And we all decided to meet up with each other, and that was awesome. It's so good to make a few in-person connections because then those people you can keep in touch with all throughout the course. You can support each other. You can hold each other accountable. And also it's just great for business connections. So you'll be able to refer people to each other and maybe even refer some clients and swap skills. It's really awesome. So just because it's an online course, you can really decide how much you want to participate because there is a super vibrant community. It's really like the biggest and most interactive community of all the online courses I've been in. It's not just like some forum that has posts every once in a while. It's like a really vibrant, interactive community, and everyone's really supportive. So that's something that you can decide, do you want to participate or not? You don't have to, but for me, that was a big benefit. Now, something else about B-School is that you get lifetime access. And I find that re-going through the information, taking the course again when it's live, really brings like new energy into my business. And every year I go through it, I go further because I get to a higher level. Now, let's look at the flip side. So what is the other side of B-School? First of all, it's about online marketing. If you're listening to this podcast, it's probably because you're interested in building an online business, because that's what Wellpreneur Online is about. But if you're the kind of person that wants to build a business that's mainly offline, that's probably not going to be right for you because it's really about online marketing. Now, it's definitely not about the same old like small business stuff that you might hear from a lot of other sources like hang up flyers and do speaking opportunities. It's not about any of that. It's about online marketing. It's about growing your email list, about blogging and podcasting and videos and social media and building your tribe online and selling your products and services online. And that's the scope of the course. At the other end of the spectrum, it's definitely not about management. It's not about building a traditional business. It's not about startup issues like getting investment and business structures and venture capital. It's not about any of that. It's really for small business owners that want to build their online presence. Now, one thing that I always tell people when they ask me if they should join B-School or not is that you should really watch some of Marie's videos. So either these training videos, like I was saying, you should watch at wellpreneuronline.com/B-School, or some of her free weekly Marie TV episodes. Watch some of those before you decide to show up. And then ask yourself, do you like Marie? Do you actually like her? Do you like her style? Do you like her sense of humor? Do you think she knows what she's talking about? Do you really want to learn from her? For me personally, I love Marie and I love her style. So it really worked for me, and it's really great for me to be taught by her. But if you don't like her for some reason, then definitely don't take the course. And that goes for any course that you take, right? You have to really like the person that you're learning from. Okay, third point, to get the most out of the course, you've already got to have a business idea and you generally need to know your niche. So during B-School, they will talk about really refining your target market and getting into your prospect's head, but you have to have a starting point. I'm imagining since you're listening to this podcast, you probably already have an idea about what kind of business you want to run. But if you're really just starting out and you don't know the kind of business you want to have yet, then I would recommend holding off and don't take B-School until you have a better idea about what you want to do. Point number 4, you should only take the course if you think you're actually going to do it and take action to implement the material, because otherwise it's just a waste of your money, right? It's just more information overload. So you really need to, like I said back in my 4 tips about choosing an online course, really decide if this is the right time for you to work on your business, to make some changes and to see some results. Because if you're not going to have time for it, if you're getting married and buying a house and doing all these other big life changes, maybe this isn't the right moment for you to take a course. So specifically for wellness entrepreneurs, I know a lot of you out there listening, you're health coaches, nutritionists, personal trainers, yoga teachers, people like that. And if you want to build your business online, you'll probably be looking at things like doing online coaching. So you'll be doing individual coaching as well as group coaching. You might be doing some really high-end coaching, so running some events or doing some VIP days. If you want to create some online products or services, so maybe like a detox or a cleanse or some sort of like weight loss program online, or maybe you'll be creating an ebook or a webinar series. If you're going to be doing any of this stuff online, I really think the B-School is worth a look, because what Marie is brilliant at is getting in the head of your ideal client to know exactly what they want, and then to position your products and services so that it's giving people what they want. And that's what's going to increase sales. And I think that's really the strength of B-School. So like I said, B-School is actually the top online training program that I've taken. I am partnering with them this year to help sell the program. And I only do that because, like, hand on heart, I really loved my B-School experience. I'm going through it again this year. And I think if this is resonating with you, and especially if you watch Marie's videos and they resonate with you, and it feels, you ask yourself those 4 questions we had back in the beginning, right? Where do you need help in your business? What kind of results is the program going to deliver? What are the testimonials? Can you relate to those testimonials? Are they getting the results that you want? And most importantly, will you make it a priority so that you can get the most out of the program and start seeing results in your business? I definitely recommend, if this is feeling like a good next step for you, to please watch the training videos and see if you like Marie's style and if it fits in with where you want to go in your business. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of the Wellpreneur podcast. I hope you found that helpful, and I totally recommend that you sign up for Marie Forleo's free training videos about modern entrepreneurship. This is my affiliate link because I'm a B-School alumni myself and I'm an affiliate. I totally believe in her program, and I'd love for you to explore these videos, learn from Marie, and decide if B-School is right for you. If you sign up through my link and you end up buying B-School, I'll get a small commission, and I really appreciate your support of Wellpreneur and my work. You can sign up to learn more about B-School and to check out her awesome training videos at wellpreneur.com/B-School. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me or a member of my team. You can reach us on Instagram at Wellpreneur. You can find us in our Wellpreneur community group on Facebook. And of course, you can use the contact form on our website, wellpreneur.com. Okay, that's it for me this week. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you back here very soon in our next episode.